There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
Well, it is finally that time to go racing once again for more action in the Ultimate Indycar Cup. This time, we get set to go racing for what should be a phenomenal outing here at beautiful Lime Rock Park in Lakeville, USA. Hello, one and all, and welcome to the Ultimate IndyCar Cup presented by Tucson Sound Art for round 9 of 50. 40 laps getting set to get underway for us here today from this beautiful little circuit. It is the home to grassroots road course racing, and it is a favorite in the eyes of Americans everywhere, both spectators and racers alike. It is one of the great classics that has undergone virtually no changes to its layout since its inception, and that means we should be in for some excellent racing here tonight. Your championship standings look like this. Entering tonight's race, Stephen Colon with that points lead, but Brandon Mayhew only 1 point behind. Harold Donovan has finally lost the points lead after holding it since the start of the season. He is now 5 points out. Betty Johnson in 4th. Lance Callahan in 5th. The top 6 have now crossed that threshold of triple digits in the points totals, but everybody else on back, still no doubt with a lot of work left to be done. So 40 laps getting set to go for us then here tonight. We'll take a ride on board with a couple of these drivers as we see what a lap around the Lime Rock Park circuit will look like from these Dallara IR18 Indy cars. So a very tight circuit out there, and that means we should be in for some very phenomenal racing then here tonight. With all of this said and done, I think it's about high time we take a look at your official starting grid here from Lime Rock Park. Of course, just have to wait for things to tick on over, but then we will get down really, really quickly to your official starting grid here tonight. And we are ready to take a look at how things will line up for round number 9 of the Ultimate IndyCar Cup presented by Tucson Sound Art. As drivers one by one start to grid up, and we get set to go racing. Richard Wood wins out on the random draw. He'll be starting on pole position with Nathan Norman just behind him in second. Dine Ringler is in third with Dusty Waggles in fourth. David Byers is in fifth. Lance Callahan is in sixth. Betty Johnson is seventh. Brian Grigsby is eighth. Christian Russell is ninth. Jim Halpert is down in 10th place. And then you have got Brandon Mayhew and Stephen Colon in 11th and 12th. Josiah Remus is 13th with Will Parrish in 14th. Isaac Clark is in 15th. Austin Tyler is 17th. Dirk Diggler is down in 17th place with Major Dad in 18th. You've got Ron Dangler and Roger James 19th and 20th. Harold Donovan is 21st with Peter Granson in 22nd. Nathan Christensen is 23rd. Dwight Schrute 24th. Carter Thompson is 25th. Andrew Lemke is 26th. Hank Hill 27th. And Connor Wiggins rounds out 28th place. So as we get set to go racing for 40 laps of racing action, it's time to hedge your bets as we get set to go racing at Lime Rock Park with all the cars lined up on the Sam Posey Straight. Solid getaway from all drivers in this field out of the Sam Posey Straight, diving it down into Big Bend for the first time today. Nathan Orman trying to stay out in front as he makes the overtake on Richard Wood for the race lead out of the opening corner. Side by side through turns 2 and now through the right-hand kink at turn 3, where we dive our way through the S's at turn 4 for the first time today. Drivers still duking it out side by side in the background, up and over the rise. And now into the penultimate corner, a very fast right-hand sweeper before we go down the hill, in towards the downhill turn and back out onto the Sam Posey Straight. You've got Nathan Orman, who will lead the opening lap here tonight, while the field dicing now behind them. Taking a look at Brian Grigsby in the number 84 car, losing spots. Brandon Mayhew pulls around the outside line. I think we managed to escape that opening lap without any further incidents. Christian Russell having to fend off Brandon Mayhew, but Mayhew is through. That number 3 car working his way up through the field, trying to close up to the race leaders as fast as possible. It's not the only battle you got out there on the racetrack. Richard Wood has been closing in on Nathan Orman, trying to get the race lead back, running them down on the Sam Posey Straight. Can he get a bit deeper on the brakes? Yes, he does! Goes for it outside line! Richard Wood is through to the race lead again on the third lap of this race through turn 1. What a move there by Richard Wood to retake that race lead in the Mugen Delara IR18 as we get set to be settled into the long-term running of this race. Brian Grigsby is spinning off through turn 2. Keeps it out of the wall, no further incident. We'll get a look at what has just happened. Looks like he's just gone wide and slipped it into the grass, but luckily nobody else getting involved, but he has fallen all the way down to last place on the field. A lot of drivers caught in side-by-side battles. There was Brandon Mayhew getting around Betty Johnson, who has started to slip back a little bit further. Now caught in the clutch between herself along with Christian Russell. That's the fight for 7th place. And up front, Lance Callahan just past Dusty Waggles for 4th place. Here comes Brandon Mayhew. He wants to look up the inside of the 91 car as they go up and over the rise. cars are just flying around left, right, and center. Everybody wants a piece of the action, but so far it has been a very, very solid run for everybody in this field, save for Brian Griggs, but even he hasn't had too rough of a start. This is definitely very unlike what we saw some weeks ago over at the Knock Hill International Circuit, round number 8. And I think now we're going to be having a much better time of this race, a much cleaner race as well, it would seem, as drivers starting to separate into their own little packs as we continue to get further and further into this race. Christian Russell closing in on Betty Johnson. Right behind though, Stephen Colon, points leader, looks to the inside, and he's going to take a spot away. Johnson locks up. Russell fighting back on the outside lane through turn 1, but he's muscled out wide, and Colon is through. Diane Ringler makes the overtake on Nathan Ullman for second place. That was diving through. I believe that would have been turn 3. Now that we're settled into the rhythm of this race, it is going to be a question now of how long will it be before pit stops begin to become a factor. To check in on the fight for 16th place. This includes the likes of Will Parrish, Hank Hill, Lawson Tyler, Harold Donovan, and Peter Granson. Hank Hill just took the outside lane away from Parrish. That was for 16th place as well. You can see Harold Donovan getting passed up by Peter Granson. Even further down the line, Dwight Schrute getting involved in all this mess as he fights that with Dirk Diggler for 21st place. Oh, that's an outside lunge. That was very, very bold from the Oreos machine, but he managed to somehow make it work. Then he got Roger James, Isaac Clark, the number 75 car just up the road. I believe that might be David Byers. See the separations in the field and all of the battles on the left side of your screen with all the intervals to one another. Dusty Waggles off the course, and that's a really wide slide through turn 2. He's going to cut in right before turn 3, and I think he's going to be stuck there for the time being, and Dusty Waggles will have to wait a very, very long time before he gets himself back out onto the racing circuit. Here's a look at the replay. Once again, just clipped the grass, swung wide, just like Brian Grigsby did on lap 3, and swung it around, but did a good job to back that thing down and keep it from going out there onto the racetrack. Major Dad just made up a pass on Jim Halpert for 10th and 11th place. Isaac Clark and Hank Hill battling it out through turn 1 as well. At Big Bend, the Menards machine being forced over to the right-hand side. He's going to remain side by side through turn 2, really pinching in Isaac Clark. How will this work for 3? It's going to work out in the favor of Hank Hill, and now you're going to have Peter Granson also make a lunge through as well. Isaac Clark dropping back. Christian Russell, the first driver to make the call to pit road at lap number 11. We knew this was not going to last very long before Russell made that trip in. .7 second stop, he's off and away. I don't believe he went a lap down, and in fact, he did actually go a lap down. There's Richard Wood. He's in the thick of lap traffic now, your race leader, just trying to work his way through already on the 11th lap of the race, but he's doing so in fantastic fashion. And second place, Don Ringler, nowhere close to being able to catch up to him. don't forget, you've got this fierce fight deep in the field as well. Between Byers, Granson, Hill, and Clark. Trouble for Carter Thompson, who's off course, and he's in the barrier. Carter Thompson has gone into the wall in a big way, has crashed it big time. And he is going to be down and out of this race. Whoa, way too deep, locked it up, slid out wide, and just body slammed into the wall. So that is going to eliminate Carter Thompson from this race. Check out on the fight for 4th place. Peter Granson trying to keep, Nathan Norman trying to keep Brandon Mayhew behind. All the while, they're catching 3rd and 2nd place. We're being held up by lap traffic. Cologne and Remus both in the lane this time by. And in fact, Major Dad is out of the car. So big trouble for Major Dad, who was retired from the race. So something gone wrong for Major Dad. He is out of this race. That is such a huge shame. But all the while on the racetrack, you've still got all these battles raging on. Looking at Nathan Norman, Brandon Mayhew. They're now cycling their way through all this lap traffic while Mayhew's trying to go for the pass. Outside of 2, gives it the inside for 3. And I think Mayhew just managed to get through in his DHL Indycar. And in fact, he has. So Mayhew's now up in the 4th place, and he is now caught. Immediately lands Callahan as you see Stephen Cologne, who just came out of the pit road. There goes Callahan into the pits. Mayhew's up to 3rd. Nathan Norman still tucked in behind him, though. Trying to fight for, I believe will be net P4 on the racetrack. But now that Mayhew's got some clean air, I'm pretty sure he is going to be more than clear with this one. And in fact, he's coming in this time, and so is Peter Granson. Callahan, you can see him on the boards right now, trying to cycle his way around. He's not going to get out in time. Brandon Mayhew has gapped him. Race leader Richard Wood is in the pit lane this time by. And he's kind of being caught up in a boatload of traffic here that's trying to cycle their way in and out of pit road. Richard Wood gets in cleanly, though, to his box. Halpert, 2nd place, also into the lane, so is Hank Hill. I think just about everybody else is going to be entering pit road this time by. Richard Wood is off and away. Waiting on those last few drivers to finish up with their pit stops here before we get things all sorted. And you can see the large field still in the lane, now falling back to the second half of the field. So after pit stops, Connor Wiggins is going to be the 21st driver And he'll be the last driver on the leading lap as well. Richard Wood still leads the way. Why don't we take a real quick commercial break? Whoa, never mind. Look out. I think that was, who was that? That was Connor Wiggins. Huge tank slapper, and he's gone into the wall hard. Trying to get around Richard Wood. I'm not sure if they made contact or not. I don't think they did. I want to see if we could get a look with the from the roll bar there of Richard Wood, the race leader. Let's see it here. Oh, they did, but he wasn't the initiator. Wiggins was already breaking loose, and Richard Wood just finished him off. Well, now as we are halfway through this race, we'll take a real quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the field. We'll ride on board with Richard Wood, though, for the next few laps.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Diane Ringler has caught Richard Wood. This is the battle now for the race lead. Connor Wiggins has finally made his way back to pit road. Up over the rise. Your race leaders caught in traffic. Brandon Mays in the mix as well. This is a three-way fight for the race lead. Richard Wood has led over 50% of this race. He wants to lead the rest. With how quickly Ringler may have been catching him, I don't think he's going to be able to hang on for very long. Harold Donovan is off the course as the field is rushing onto the accident scene. There you do see Harold Donovan stuck in the grass. And I think this is going to be the second verse, same as the first. Another driver breaking loose and swinging out hard in the tire barrier, tearing off the suspension of the car. All the while, Richard Wood trying to go on for the race lead. There was Ringler. You saw him make a huge lunge to the inside of the penultimate corner. Didn't happen that time by, but Diane Ringler really wanting to make a run. Isaac Clark not going to make it easy for your race leaders to get by him. At this point, Richard Wood needs as many lap cars between himself and second to third place as he possibly can, or he's going to find himself in a world of trouble. Ryan Grigsby went into the wall at turn one, but just a slight glance off the wall. No further trouble there for Richard Wood. You talk about drivers moving through the field, and how about Dwight Schrute and Peter Cranston, both those drivers, plus 12, plus 14. Only the driver in double digits when it's on the up and up, Dwight Schrute. So race leaders continue to work their way in and around lap traffic. I think that is the one thing so far that has saved Richard Wood's bid to hang on to the race lead. It's the fact that it's so difficult to pass here as it is, let alone when you're trying to work your way around a bunch of lap traffic. But it won't be easy because Wood's trying to fend off one of the best in the series, Brandon Mayhew, who has also been on fire all season long. And don't forget as well, you're going to need a second bout of pit stops as well. You see in the track map, though, the last driver up the road before there's a gap is Austin Tyler, who's right in front of Richard Wood now. So once he gets by Austin Tyler, Richard Wood's going to have nothing but overall pace to hang on to the race lead with. We'll check in with that in a few moments. You've got some battles going on elsewhere in the field, including this one between Betty Johnson and Lance Callahan, as Russell makes the trip to pit road, I believe, for second round of pit stops started to open up. And trouble for Dirk Diggler, the DoorDash machine. This is coming up and over the hill. That's her for whoa! Clipped the grass or the curb, swung out wide and backed it into the wall. But no further incident. Lance Callahan trying to make the move on Betty Johnson, but gets cut off entering Big Bend. Wood has managed to extend his race lead out to 1.7 seconds. I think he's finally having some things go his way. Callahan once again closing up to Betty Johnson. Not able, though, to go for the pass just yet. Peter Granson, though, also under fire. Trying to put under fire the likes of Jim Halpert. That's the battle for 8th place. Granton's got the move. Outside line, takes it into turn 1. Brilliantly executed there. Oh, Hank Hill goes into the wall hard. A big hit for Hank Hill into the inside wall. Swings wide and almost head on. Oh, and he's not the only one. Austin Tyler does the same thing. And Dusty Waggle's having a second off. Meanwhile, Stephen Colon, Roger James, Josiah Remus all entering pit road, this time by. Big question, is Richard Wood going to enter pit road this time, or is he going to opt to stay out? Is going to be staying out. How about the licensed Brandon Mayhew and others? Nope, they're staying out as well. Here you can see some of the stints so far throughout the course of this race. Richard Wood we're expecting him to be coming in within the next 3 to 4 laps or so, along with the other race leaders. Josiah Remus, though, has had a big hit into the barriers as well. So many drivers now having some really major struggles. Oh, and that was actually at turn 3 that Remus went off at. Brandon Mayhew, Lance Callahan both making their turns to end of pit road. Now, this is crucial for Brandon Mayhew in particular. Because don't forget, he, of course, is trying to get himself a race win. Might be trying to short pit as Nathan Christensen also went off at turn 1. Round the outside, loops it into the grass, and has he hit the wall? Yes, he did. Dinged it in, and I think actually managed to escape that relatively cleanly. Richard Wood really being held up here as Dine Ringler's in a pit road. So's Orman and Granson. This is not good if Richard Wood wants to keep himself up in the race lead. And this time by, Richard Wood is in a pit road. There's the gap between Diane Ringler, the first driver that Wood's got to worry about, and Richard Wood himself, who's in a pit road. Wood had a lot of clean air to work with. I think that's going to pay off for him. Richard Wood is out miles in front of Net P2. What a move for Richard Wood to stay out long. I think that might have actually just helped him out big time to try to stay out in front. There's Diane Ringler and Richard Wood way up the road. I think that might have just secured Wood a race win. Still got 14 cars on the lead lap. Look back to the battle for 9th place. Stephen Colon trying to run down Nathan Dorman. They have to get around lap traffic and Connor Wiggins. Pit stops complete. We are now we're going to be starting the final 5 laps here momentarily. This race has just flown by, but what an epic race it has been, full of strategy. And unlike last week's race, relatively clean as well. Cologne now has to worry about the likes of Orman, Russell, James, all behind him. This is getting really tight here, deeper in the field as cars continue to scrap it out while trying to lap others. James looking for the inside. He's going to make a lunge. Tries to get around Christian Russell, but decided to back out in the last second. And Richard Wood might not be as safe as we thought. The gap was enough to hold up Diane Ringler, but Ringler has been closing him in because Wood has been catching lap traffic at all the worst points. 4 laps to go. And this battle for the race lead is not over by a long shot. There it is! Ringler to the outside of 2. He gets him in 3. Diane Ringler is through to the race lane with just 4 laps left to go. Does Richard Wood have what it takes to try to run him down? I don't think he does. Look at how much time. I think Ringler's already built up. It's over a second. I think that might be the nail in the coffin for Richard Wood's race. He led 34 laps. But it's the last few that count. And Wood's going to have to just watch as Diane Ringler sails away into the sunset. He got a little bit held up there by one of those cars, but was not able to make it work. Carter Thompson has had a really big spin in turn 1. Oh, he was already going around before he even clipped the grass, and it goes for a whole host of pirouettes. He's not the only one, as now Dwight Schrute has gone into the wall big time. So Dwight Schrute hits the wall, just swung out wide, and bam! Apparently something wrong with Carter Thompson. Well, oh! Lost it there. Came back on and parked that car in the curb, but it was well off the racing line, so we will not have a safety car. We will, however, start the final lap of this race. This time by Diane Ringler being held up again by more lap traffic. That's letting Richard Wood close it in. This battle still isn't over, but I think might be over now as we start the final lap of this race. Diane Ringler running his way away with the race lead. Richard Wood trying to chase him down, but there's no lap traffic up the road. Wood's got to hope that Ringler in the Havoline 51 makes a catastrophic error, but I don't think it's going to happen. Ringler has been on fire all day long. Richard Wood is closing into the final few corners, but it will not be enough. There's too much space for him to make up. Out of the final corner to the Sam Posey straight for the final time. Diane Ringler wins round number 9 and takes his first victory of the Ultimate IndyCar Cup season, presented by Tucson Sound Art, while Christian Russell goes slamming into the wall. A big hit here to end off Christian Russell's race on what would have been his final lap. But what a race. I mean, just absolutely stunning stuff that we saw here all night long. That right there is a race for the ages. So as we wrap up tonight's proceedings from Lime Rock Park, I want to take a look at your official post-race results from Lime Rock Park. You're going to get yourself Diane Ringler winning the race in very well-deserved fashion as well, with Richard Wood down in second place, just 3/4 of a second off. So close, but so far. Maybe later on in the season, Wood's shown that he's got pace to win a race. Brandon Mayhew will finish off third, 3 seconds back. Lance Callahan was fourth, with Peter Granson in fifth. Betty Johnson was sixth. Stephen Colon seventh. Jim Halpert eighth. Roger James in ninth. Nathan Roman was the last car on the lead lap, down in 10th place. That'll put Christian Russell in 11th. The first car 1 lap down, with Isaac Clark in 12th. David Byers was 13th. Andrew Lemke was 14th. Ron Dangler was 15th. Will Parrish 16th. Brian Grigsby 17th. Nathan Christensen was 18th. That will put Dwight Schrute in 19th, with Dusty Waggles in 20th. Josiah Ramos 21st. Dirk Diggler 22nd. Harold Donovan, Austin Tyler, Hank Hill, Carter Thompson, Connor Wiggins, and Major Dad round out the field, with Major Dad, the last driver, after he retired to pit road, 28 laps down. As we look at the point standings exiting tonight's race, Brandon Mayhew takes the lead from Stephen Colon, but still separated by less than 10 points up at the top. It is still going to be a very, very tight run in the points. That's all the time we got for one night, though, from the Ultimate IndyCar Cup, presented by Tucson Sound Art. So on behalf of myself, Tucson Sound Art, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to join us here tonight. We will see you all next time when we go back over racing at the Dover International Speedway.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about sound art, that you could just pair it and play.
Poncia, your art never sounded